and pinged by lore heads.
Oh, what do those jerks want? Those dweebuses.
Dweebuses.
Dweebi.
It's my favorite jeans. And welcome to the League, exploring the League of Legends lore from A to Z. My name is Rebecca.
And I'm John.
My name is Mark.
Today we're talking about the Monkey King Wukong, who was released July 26, 2011. Still not my birthday, everybody.
It's getting closer, though.
I know, it's 3 days.
Inching its way back.
It's 3 days.
You're like the little two-space boat in Battleship, and they're just like, July 26th. Oh, miss. Sorry.
Oh, bummer.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. I remember when he came out.
Mm-hmm.
I remember doing the play tests for him.
Oh, did you know right away, like, you were going to be a Wukong player? Yeah.
He was...
Oh, yeah.
I didn't play in a lot of the play tests, but he was for sure the most fun of the ones that I played. Because I think I played in, like... I played in Leona. I played in... what was it? Leona, Wukong. I played Volibear when original Volibear came out. I did Vayne, Lee Sin, and Graves. But yeah, Wukong was definitely the only one where I was like, fuck yeah, this is me, baby!
Yeah, you like to trick people.
I wonder if you didn't play Fizz then. I guess you didn't say it, but I feel like
I didn't,
Fizz would have had... Because that was the reaction I had when I played Fizz. I remember killing somebody in top lane and they got genuinely upset. And that's always fun, right?
Right.
I still get genuinely upset when I play against Fizz.
That's
I mean,
fair.
so do I.
Yeah.
I don't play him now, man.
Remember when his Playful Trickster seemed like the most OP thing in the game? What a time that was.
I know, right?
We
had no idea.
Oh, there's a nice clear window, it's a big power, trade-off. It feels balanced almost.
What is balance exactly? Let's ask Wukong.
I was gonna say.
Heyo.
So what does he sound like, John? Did you have a preference on the quotes here?
No,
I can hear
I'm good
both
on
of
both
them.
of these. Yeah.
Okay. I will be the best.
Nice.
He's very Saturday morning cartoon. I didn't think he was going to be.
Yeah.
The first time I heard him, I was
that was
very
a quote
confused.
I was going to do.
Oh,
what
shit.
else did he say? Let's see.
Sorry.
Let me just look. No, it's all right. What else did he say? Let's. I don't know what he sounds like, but let's go. Bring me a real challenge.
Nice.
Yeah, I feel like that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Who questions my ability?
Nice.
That was really good.
Yeah. It's because he plays him, probably.
Play a lot of Wukong.
Yeah. And you also kind of have a Saturday morning cartoon voice.
just how I sound.
Just like naturally.
It's got some overlap with Kinnan, honestly.
That's true. He's got like that gravel in his voice, a little bit, but still like childlike.
A little high. Yeah.
John's perfect
Are they
voice.
the same?
Gravelly but childlike.
Chain smoking 10-year-old.
It's not the 90s anymore. Let's calm down.
You gotta be at least 12 to chain smoke now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. Now. Well, on the universe page, there's a bio and a short story for Wukong. Or 2 short stories, actually, because they have the Vestayan guide. I forgot about that.
Right.
Yeah.
And bio and short story by Anthony Birch.
And then since we've seen the Birch Man.
The Birch Man.
Big Birch.
Big Bubba Birch. He's our favorite. All right, we're ready for the bio.
Hell yeah.
I wrote this days ago. Normally I write it the day of that we record, but we're recording much later than usual. So I don't know
better
what.
or worse? Do you just not remember
I don't
any of the
remember
notes anymore?
I don't remember my notes. I mean, I remember Wukong and his story. It's not that complex, but
he's monkey.
He's a monkey.
He's a monkey.
But who knows what
the best.
treats past Rebecca left for me in here. All right, so Kong was a normal Vestayan in Ionia. He was part of the Shimon tribe, maybe? Shimon?
I think Shimon sounds
Shimon?
good. It sounds like Simeon, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what they were going for.
All right. The Shimon tribe, they valued wisdom above everything and believed you turn into stones when you die. That never came up again. I thought that was going to come up again.
It's more of his death
Right?
animation.
Is that just because of his death animation?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I was like, they had used stones. Could you imagine if they used the word rocks? They believe they turn into rocks when they die. Like, that just sounds less like...
It's less cool,
It's
for
less
sure.
cool. You're like, yeah, just a pile of rocks. No, you're a pile of
Stone,
stones.
baby.
Stone.
Yeah. Stones
They're
are
minerals.
wise, and rocks are dumb. And they're Jesus Christ, Marie. Yeah. Anyway, Kong never really fit in with his people. He was a bit of a prankster. And they finally had enough of his shit when he yelled that a dragon was coming to kill them all, and then just laughed in all their faces. Everyone took that seriously until they realized it was a really bad joke, and they tossed him out. Kong gave himself the title of the Monkey King by himself. For some reason, that autocorrected to Monkey Key, but sure. He roamed around challenging mortals to fights or games, and then apparently a group of Noxian invaders weren't into that, so they chased him into the woods, and he stayed there until Noxus left. When he came out, he saw how much Noxus really messed up Ionia and wanted to learn how to fight back properly. He went to find the Wuju looking for a master, but found all of them dead except for one. We know this is Master Yi, although just Yi now.
He has no student, so he can't
he's
be a master.
Yeah. He's just Yi. Kong challenged him and was swiftly beaten, but he came back every day, interrupting Yi's meditation to fight, and then always just losing immediately. Finally, Kong knelt before Yi and begged for Yi to train him. Yi agreed. They started training, but Yi kept all his secrets really close. So Kong challenged him again, but brought the duel to like this field of smoke poppies that he found on the way there. Is a prop device they really needed.
Yeah. Because he like explodes in smoke, so they had to.
I didn't even think about that. I'm so fucking stupid. Oh man. But anyway, Kong said that if he lost, he would shut up for 4 years. So he obviously agrees to it.
For the record, he's lying.
No,
Yeah.
of course he wouldn't shut up for 4 years.
He would create clones all the time and have his clones talk as a way to get around it. I'm sure of it.
They should. Oh, that would be a really funny detail if they did another story.
I like that a lot.
Started off with him being in like a 2-week vow of silence because he lost a fight or something.
Well, Kong used the smoke poppies to beat Yi, who then told Kong about how he'd left his home to fight Noxus. To get revenge on Yi, who had, I guess, beaten a bunch of them, Noxus invaded his home and killed all his people.
Rude.
That was fucking rude. So was interrupting me. But
I guess you gotta go to John's home and kill a bunch of people and let them know what's up.
God, no, we're the only ones who are here. Oh boy. Anyway, this made Kong realize that what he'd been searching for in a master. He still cares about his tribe and his people and wants to be strong enough to help him. Yi saw this change and gave Kong an enchanted staff created by Doran and dubbed him Wukong. The two are still together, ready to protect Ionia when Noxus inevitably returns.
They never left.
Well, some of them are. There's like posts still, right? But they're not like...
Sure.
They're not. It's not a formal invasion. They didn't send their letter yet.
It's invasion adjacent, right?
Right.
It's
Yeah.
complicated.
Although technically, if Awaken is canon, second invasion's already started. We just haven't gone back to it to see how it's going.
Sure.
And Master Yi, noticeably absent from that fight. Just saying. Even fucking Karma showed up for that shit.
Yeah, that's
Even
true.
Karma, like another protector of Ionia. That was so rude.
The peaceful one.
Yeah, she's the one who, she chills out. She does the avatar thing.
Do you think they'll do
What
another
y'all think of the
show
bot?
match? Sorry.
Oh, no. It's
God, I
fine.
hope so.
Fucking hope so.
No, they won't.
I hope so. I hope it includes off-the-cuff LARPing and severe technical issues.
Yes.
That's what I want.
It's the only thing that would make it worth watching.
Anyway, the bio's fine. I guess it's like hard to ask for more personality in it because it is a bio. But we also didn't get much more personality in his story, so that was a disappointment. Yeah, I don't know.
It's interesting.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's interesting you say that because I thought that the story kind of carried his personality and voice pretty well. I thought the bio was kind of really underbaked.
Yeah, the bio for sure was.
I kind of get the feeling, and this is kind of, I guess, just how I feel like a lot of Anthony Birch things have gone. But like, I get the feeling that they really told him to reel back on the bios.
Oh, for sure. Like, Anthony Birch can absolutely... That's why I was excited to hear him doing Wukong. But the bios always have to be kind of dry. But I guess I didn't really... I don't know, find Wukong as interesting as I'd like to. But maybe it's just not my kind of story. It's hard to say.
I think... Well, like I said, I think underbaked, underwritten is kind of the other phrase that popped in my head. Like, he doesn't have strong motivators, right? Like, he doesn't have strong connections to his tribe. When he gets kicked out, he seems sort of like, it's not a big deal because he doesn't like they don't vibe at all anyway. He's like, yeah, I probably should go out and do my thing. And then it's like, he wants to protect against Noxus, but it's like, where does that come from? It's just kind of, and at the end, he's like, oh, he kind of realized that I do want to protect the tribe. And it's like, I don't know. It all feels sort of like, none of it resonates.
There's a good, like, beginning of a thread and end of a thread there, and then the thread was cut. There's nothing, they don't connect at all. Because I do like him being kicked out of the tribe and then coming to the realization that he wants to protect them even if he can't join them again. But I still didn't feel any connection. If he had, like, people that he cared about in the tribe still, or anyone in the tribe named...
anyone.
Yeah.
Anyone. Because I don't care about this tribe either right now.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you could like maybe you could really try and harp on like when Yi unveils his tragic backstory. Maybe that's a real like reflection moment for Wukong of like that could happen to my village, right? And all of a sudden, he comes to that realization. Sure, right?
Although like we also get no indication that he's ever even gone back to his village. So like Wukong, for all you know, that has already happened.
Right,
to
they're already
your
gone.
village.
I've never seen another Monkey Bastion.
That's true. Except for the like 1/8 part Monkey Bastion from the field guide.
Yeah, I guess so.
He's definitely not Shimon from what I can see.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of a weird one. I don't normally get so up about bios, but this one I felt like kind of missed some of the mark. I don't know. I think it's like
big P word on
you look
this
at
one.
it. Yeah, it's like when you squint, it's like okay, I can see how this all fits together. When you start looking at the details, it's like this needs to be kind of refinagled a bit, you know.
It's like when you think you look good and then you turn a brighter light on or go to your bathroom and you're like, oh shit.
God damn it.
I don't look good at all. What have I done?
What have I done?
You guys don't really do makeup, so I don't think you understand.
No.
But sometimes you're doing your makeup in dim lighting and then you go somewhere else and you're a new woman. Negative.
Not better.
But new.
But new.
A few quotes from here that I liked. When he first meets Yi, it says, in a single motion, the man stood, knocked the Vastaya down, then resumed his meditation, which like seemed like such fucking classic Yi to me. Just every time I go up against him in 8RAM.
Press his little cue.
Right? Then immediately meditates. Fuck you.
You're trying to do damage under tower.
I also liked, apparently Wukong laced Master Yi's tea once to like with a stupefying agent, but Master Yi was too smart to drink it, which canonically then makes Master Yi smarter than Yasuo, who just straight up took a drink from a stranger and got fucked up in that cinematic.
Okay, well, you know what? Yasuo's got crippling alcoholism. That's like the man has a problem, okay?
He was like, it's tea. He's like, well, there could be booze in it.
So that was John's Yasuo impression.
That's my Yasuo.
Everybody.
La boozy! Should I be a voice actor? Anywho.
It's all I'm going to hear now. Playing against Yasuo.
Right?
Anyway.
He's channeling Gragas.
when it said that he was like attacking Yasuo from like every different angle, it said the Monkey King was always outmaneuvered, no matter if he approached him from behind, above, or below. I was just like, below? Is this like Vladimir sneaking up from a toilet pipe? Like, who is this?
Little how's your father?
Right.
That toilet, actually a Wukong clone.
I'm like imagining now fucking Naruto with like the Naruto popping up out of the ground as a surprise in the Chunin extremes. All my Naruto folks out there, you know.
I like that you dropped all that knowing that neither of us
She's
would know
watched
what the fuck
it.
you were talking.
I have watched some of it.
She's watched up to that point.
Still trying to get you in bed.
You had gotten me in bed.
No, I was still trying to impress you.
Well, I'm glad to see it all. It all just
That's all
washed
gone
over.
now.
Right.
We both made each other watch shows that maybe I've seen a lot more Smallville than I've ever wanted to as well.
You're welcome.
How could you ever see more Smallville than
Right?
you
I was
want
gonna
to?
say you're a bad audience for that.
I guess. Sorry.
I also liked. We mentioned that Wukong realized like, oh, I want to protect my people too. The wording of it was a little confusing. So the exact quote was, he blamed himself for the death of every last villager and watched over the ruins as penance. This, Kong realized, was what he sought. It's like, I want my people to die too so that I can look over the village in penance. This guy's got it figured out.
I'll show you what a dragon attack looks like, motherfuckers.
But I will feel bad afterwards. Man.
Last thing I had here was right at the end. It says, side by side, they roam the first lands, resolved to combat injustice and hatred wherever they find it. And like, my guy, you don't know Yi very well, because Yi fucking causes hatred wherever he goes. You're going to be combating everything and everyone all the time.
Oh, man. That's pretty funny shit.
That's all I had for the bio.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't have... Yeah. I forgot that he was like... Yeah, he was trying to like challenge people to games to duels. I don't know. That's also kind of weird. The Wukong kind of, I think, in my mind, is kind of stuck in a weird space where other champions kind of do his shtick like
Better.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, or with more of a defined hook, right?
Yeah, and he has such a strong hook that is, I don't think, ever used in any of his story, even a short story. Like, I don't think the fact that he can create clones, the fact that he can disappear, all this shit, like, I don't think it's ever brought.
No, his Judgement is actually the best.
You're right.
Like action piece for him, frankly.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
His Judgment is straight up like the only piece we get where I read it and think like, yeah, that's Wukong.
No, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's one of the better Judgments for that. No, I agree. I mean, like, it's a pretty simple archetype, right? Him and Yi and their kind of relationship, and he's kind of the impetuous student, and it's all fine. It doesn't need to be like super complex. It's nice to have someone from Ionia who's not like Yi, kind of wandering around with a destroyed village or whatever, right? Someone who's a little more upbeat
That we know of.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like a few more. Like, okay, this is the opposite of someone who brings like a 10-page backstory to session 1. This is someone who brings like a 1-paragraph backstory to session 1. Where it's like, can I get like a few more arrows in the quiver? Right? You know what I mean?
You're like, I don't know, like, I got kicked out of my tribe, and I really love challenging people to fights, and I play really sick pranks on everybody.
Yeah.
But now I want to make sure, like, that my home's not dead.
Right?
The end.
You get the session where the DM's like, and then you meet, Jimothy.
Yeah.
Who? It was your best friend at your tribe. I know you didn't put any character names in there. I had to.
Also, me and Tony are doing our backstories together, so like,
Yeah. His is like way more complex. I don't know. Just read Tony's.
yeah, right, yeah. That's fine. Anyway, you want to do the short story?
Yeah.
Fast and Dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Fast and Dumb.
This was a good story. You're right.
I kind of liked it. I think for a short story, it's above sort of the bar of acceptance, where it's like we get Wukong's kind of personality and voice, and it's kind of fun. That's it's a little entertaining. That's all I want. Don't ask for much.
Mildly entertaining. 10 out of 10.
I smirked once or twice. Double thumbs up, right? But yeah, so it's from Wukong's perspective. Him and Yi are kind of doing their thing where they're just kind of do-gooding around Ionia. And he's kind of at the start talking about how it is to be like a student of Yi, which is kind of frustrating because Yi is always like, you can do it fast and dumb, or you can do it slow and smart. And he's kind of opining that it kind of sucks to hear that from Yi, who's like the fastest person he's ever seen, right? They're walking along, and Yi hears something, and so they kind of duck into a brush, and they see some bandits who are frog marching a farmer, an old, frail farmer, back to his farm, because he's promised them some sort of valuables. But the farmer is like purposefully tripping. He's trying to stall, and the leader of the bandits kind of crouches down and is like, I don't really think you got those cool gemstones or whatever that you promised us back at your place. Now, this whole time, Yi has been kind of directing Wukong to, be stealthy, kind of go around the side. We're going to do a little pincer maneuver, slow and smart. And Wukong so far has been kind of listening, but then from his vantage point, he sees, one of the bandits draw this little knife, and he knows that Yi can't see it from where he's at, and that they're going to kill this farmer in like mere seconds. So there's no time for slow and smart. It's time to be fast and dumb. So he dives in. He starts fighting them. He's doing pretty good. He catches a blade in the shoulder, and for his part, Yi is not helping. He's just from the bushes, kind of just like judging and watching and like talking, being like, "Oh, that didn't seem like that worked very well, did it?"
Bet that hurt.
But Wukong, he's really good at fighting. Luckily for him, he beats up all the bandits. He saves the farmer, and Yi comes out. And Yi looks irritated, and Wukong is like, God, I know he's about to just gammer in my ear about how I should have done it slow and smart. And he's like, you know what, I am annoyed because you did entirely the stupid thing, and it was entirely the right thing to do in the moment. And he claps Wukong on the shoulder. I assume the one that did get the blade stuck in it. And they've got a great little bro fist moment at the end where like, fast and dumb. And it's kind of fun. I kind of liked it.
It's
I don't
cute.
know. I like their dynamic as it's portrayed here. It's nice to have a mentor-mentee relationship in Runeterra that's like, kind of positive, and they seem to be getting along. He's figuring it out,
They're probably not going to like have to betray each other at some point.
Yeah,
that's nice.
It's not all that bullshit.
Yeah. It's like a sibling relationship. It's hard to find a good one in Runeterra.
Yeah. All the good ones are in Ionia.
Sure. Mm-hmm. I like the almost the sort of adopted brothers, like older brother, little brother type situation that you could kind of do with them. I don't know. I like it. I think that they're a good springboard for like, little stories through Ionia. These two, and I really do want them to do like some sort of, like I said, side scroller beat 'em up with Wukong and Master Yi.
Oh, that would be really cool.
Double Dragon, come on!
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Time,
Mm-hmm. Oh, that'd be sick, dude. I don't even play beat 'em ups, but I would play that.
Right? Simian City.
I'll be Master Yi if you want to be Wukong. I'll take that bullet for you.
God bless you. But yeah, I like the story. Like I said, it's Wukong's voice kind of carries throughout. He's like I said, he kind of jumps in. He's like, oh, this is dumb. Lucky for me, I'm really good at fighting. So don't even worry about it.
Not good enough to beat a few Noxians, but these chumps.
Maybe he's learned. Yi has taught him.
That's true.
I like that he's ripping on Yi's goggles too. Like at some point, Yi sort of shakes his head. He's like, he shakes it just hard enough so he doesn't like make his goggles make a bunch of noise or whatever. Or you see, look like a bug. Is that what he said he looked like? He looked like a giant insect.
Yi's big problem, apart from not finding me funny, and the fact that his goggles make him look like a man-sized bug.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that he kicked it off real early too with some scatological humor here. You gotta fucking love it. Anthony Birch always delivers with a gruff, determined expression on his face, like he stepped in crap. Because he did. Because I shoved some inside his boot, thinking he'd find it funny. He didn't.
I did though,
scat,
so it all
like
kind of worked out.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I thought you meant like scat, like you're scatting. That was not an
scatted all night.
invitation for you to scat badly.
That's where you're wrong, friendo.
I think you mean scat expertly. Okay, let's make that clear.
Stop friend zoning me.
I also liked, there was one point where it said, Wukong said, "I'm gonna go save him now," I whispered to Yi. And I'm having, with all of Wukong's in-game quotes, having just such a hard time imagining him whispering ever.
It should be like that Boys and Bumbleini story where it's like, I say to him in a completely normal room level voice. What was that noise? Yeah, I could hear it for sure. Man. But yeah, like I said, I actually found myself really liking this. I think Birch was a good choice for writing like Wukong's perspective.
Oh, for
He's got that sort of,
yeah.
the way he writes the humor kind of lands for Wukong. A little immature, but but that's Wukong's brand, you know.
That's Wukong, baby.
It's just you never think that he'd be paired with Yi. It's like so interesting they went there. It's nice.
Right. I imagine him being paired with Yi from the second bloopers reel cinematic from season 1, the one that's staring at Katarina's boobs. That's the Yi I imagine him getting paired with.
The perverted one?
Yeah. That's like the weird juvenile like pairing that I'd imagine, you know?
Sure. The pervert and the monkey who likes poop.
Yeah, which is my favorite Disney classic.
Forget Dunstan checks in. We got the hit right now.
He checks out Katarina. You can also, yeah.
Yo.
Oh my god. But yeah, I don't have much more to say about it. I liked it. It's if you like Wukong's, it's short. I will say, I guess, like, I do wish, it's like you said, John, there's not really a lot in here that gets into, you know, Wukong's got a pretty unique sort of arsenal, right? He does some pretty unique stuff. And this does a lot of like yada yada. It has this little bit where it's like, I won't bore you with the details. Actually, I will. And then it kind of also just skips over the details, right? At first, I was like, oh man, that sucks. They're going to do another one of those. Oh, they're going to actually tell us. Oh no, they kind of skipped over it.
It was a fucking roller coaster.
But like, this would be a great opportunity, like, because it's just a little fight sequence, right? Like, get into the fact that his staff can extend and like be super long and he can whack people is a pretty cool thing in and of itself, right? Like, you could just play with that for a whole story, probably.
Right?
Imagine all the dick jokes that Wukong makes with that thing.
So many
probably,
dick jokes.
So sick of them.
Or he loves them since he's a pervert.
You know what? I bet you Master Yi, he tries to keep a calm exterior, but every now and then Wukong does something that's really catches him off guard, and he can't help but crack a little smile.
That's true.
It's like Joel in the
you put it in your pants.
You're an innovator.
Right? Breaking new ground, my friend. Doran would be proud. He also loves dick jokes.
Right.
He sheds a tear.
Down each goggle eye. Well, I didn't take any notes on the field guide because none of it was actually about Wukong.
No.
But, you know, Vestaya stuff.
Sure.
Just Vestaya things, you know.
Just Vestaya things. He is mentioned in a few other stories. Obviously, he's mentioned in the Wuju Bladesman, which is the Master Yi bio, which we just kind of get to see the same stuff, but from Yi's point of view. Yi doesn't mention being snuck up on from underneath. He leaves that part out. So, draw what conclusions you will. And then he's in Homecoming, where it was another Master Yi story. Wukong's not in it, but Master Yi offers Wukong's favorite fruit as an offering to Doran's grave, which, again, we know is a peach, because that's just what people in fucking Runeterra crave, apparently.
There's one fruit in Runeterra, okay? That's it.
It's just like subverting expectations. You're like, what's Wukong's favorite fruit? Like, I mean, obviously a banana. Wrong! It's a fucking peach! Don't judge a book, buddy.
I like that. He would probably love bananas, actually, if they existed. But they don't.
But too bad they don't exist.
He and Soraka should hang out.
Introduce that boy to bananas, Soraka. Come on.
Y'all are above these banana jokes.
I think we
really
both know
know
we're not.
Anyway, are we on the old lore now?
You want to hear some old lore?
I do, yeah.
I'll start with the bio.
Okay.
So I'll read this beginning part. During the chaos of the Rune Wars, an enormous runestone was lost deep within the Plague Jungles. It remained there untouched for centuries, emanating a potent magic which infused nearby wildlife with sentience and vitality. A group of monkeys, who were particularly empowered by it, came to worship the stone, and their leader, a wise sage, became convinced that he could harness its power to make the monkeys immortal. He performed an elaborate ritual, but things didn't go as he expected. The runestone was destroyed, and instead of granting immortality, it produced Kong, a monkey who carried in his heart the strength and power it had contained. So that's how Wukong came to be.
Fucking rune thing exploded and turned.
Right.
There he was.
I mean, it could have been worse. We've had some runes explode and then just destroy continents. So I guess this was the best case scenario.
Cool superpower monkey showed up. They're like, oh
right.
Man, I wish we could have gotten that rune.
Right. Rise is like, my hometown.
This whole time a monkey could have fell out and it would all be fine.
Maybe they did. Maybe there's a bunch of superpowered monkeys running around old Runeterra.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh. Never thought about that, huh?
Sorry.
Now, in the old lore, he did still meet up with Yi. But instead of fighting Yi, he just asked him where he could find a good fight, and Yi just pointed him at the League of Legends. He's like, go there. And then he asked Yi to teach him about humans. Mm-hmm. And in exchange, he would use Yi's style, Wuju, to become the greatest fighter ever, which he agreed to, but he did ask Wukong to find a pupil of his own to continue Wuju style. And
we're still waiting on that champion, I guess.
We're still waiting on that champion. Although it was interesting, I know I didn't actually write this in the Journal of Justice references to Wukong, but now that I'm talking about it, I do actually remember a mailbag of justice where somebody asked Master Yi if he was going to pass the style on to someone, and he was like, I do have a pupil in mind. It didn't actually name anyone at that point, but it was teasing Wukong before it came out.
Yeah.
Neat.
Another thing I found interesting was that his weapon was always created by Doran. Even in the old lore, it was created by Doran, given him by Master Yi.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Solid stuff. I do like I gotta say, I do like the exploding from a big rune thing. It seems like in one of the Journal of Justice articles, that seems like how those plague jungles work, or is that in the Judgment? Somewhere they mentioned that, like, the idea of the plague jungles, I guess, was that, like, they were full of these sort of pockets of magical effluence that would eventually kind of burst and kind of cause a massive advancement of evolution in a very, like, contained area or something like that, which is kind of an interesting idea.
Yeah, I think a bunch of the old animal champions were from that area for that reason.
I can get down with that. Like, it is a single sentence that I'm kind of talking about, like, so it's not like the most. But yeah,
it's very Secrets of the Ooze.
Mm-hmm. I'm down with it.
Now he does show up in one Journal of Justice article. Issue 27. A mailbag of justice.
Yes.
My question is addressed to Wukong, the Monkey King. Wukong, you have said yourself that your dream is to become the most powerful champion at the Institute of War. What do you think of Jax, the Grand Master at Arms? How do you plan on becoming the best when Jax stands in your way? Are you nervous to face him? Do you truly believe that you can surpass the mighty Jax and his lamppost? And Wukong says, Jax is tough, and he's always ready for a duel. I haven't beaten him one-on-one outside the fields of justice quite yet, but I've gotten close. If there's one thing I've learned from the Wuju style, though, it's that every defeat is a lesson. I can learn a lot from the Grand Master at Arms.
Nice. Yeah,
this Wukong is very, like, humble. He's very,
right?
He's like, there's nothing wrong with failing as long as we try our best, you know?
I will be the best,
right?
Eventually.
Yeah. With enough practice, and enough failure, and enough lessons learned.
I will find joy in the process and not the result, right? Like,
and with the help from my friends.
It's not the destination, it's the staffs you get along the way. Now, he also has a judgment, which
I'm excited.
Did you wanna cover the judgment?
Sure, yeah, I did Judgment. No big deal. His Judgment's pretty fun. Yeah, he's doing the Judgment thing, right? He shows up to the league. The other thing I like about the Judgment at the start is when he's in the hall, he's still kind of like a Curious George in the way they kind of describe him and what he's doing. Because he's curious about everything, right? So he's like frenetic almost. Because he's just trying to take it all in. He's like inspecting everything, poking everything, and only once he's seen everything in the little entrance hall does he go in to do his little judgment. But he gets in there, and he gets whacked in the face. And all of a sudden, he's like in a forest, and he's like, what the fuck was that? And this thing keeps hitting him, and finally he sees that it's a clone of him, not one of his like his little shadow clones or whatever. This is like something else, something he doesn't control. And what's worse is that it's faster and better than him. So he's trying to fight it, and it's kind of kicking the crap out of him. And it kind of beats him down at one point. And it's like, well, Wukong, why you want to join the league? And he's like, I want to fight. I want to be the best. And they're like, Wukong, it doesn't look like you're the best right now. He's like, yeah, but it's essentially like it's in the mailbag. But, the process of learning is where you find the joy or whatever. And it goes to hit him, and all of a sudden, the Wukong that it was going to hit is one of the clones, disappears into a puff of smoke, and this other Wukong is coming in from behind, and the sort of shadow clone one turns to hit that one, and that one's a clone. And then more Wukongs start piling up. It's like the scene from The Matrix with all the Smiths. They're just, all these Wukongs, they're like, there are so many of them that this clone is fighting off that, like, it's the smoke when they get hit is like choking the air. And meanwhile, the real Wukong is just kind of sitting back, just like chilling, just like eating something.
Eating
just
a
like,
peach.
To the point, and he's actually sort of like, you humans, you get so, because that was the thing in the bio too, it was sort of like, humans are all caught up with they inflict misery on themselves and all these complications, etc. So with all these clones, he's actually kind of taxing the summoner, and like the sort of vision of the area they're in actually sort of fades away because the summoner is so focused on just fighting these Wukong clones. And at the very end, it's like the summoner clone and Wukong are sitting each like dead in the eye, and the summoner clone is like, how does it feel to expose your mind? And as he says that, the Wukong that he's looking at disappears into a puff of smoke, and the real Wukong smacks the clone away, and he's like, humans, them and their rituals. But it was kind of fun, whatever. But it's a really fun, like I said, it's a super fun action piece. All of the like tons of Wukong clones like diving in out of the jungle to fight this one other Wukong. This is really fun. I don't know, man.
It's very fun. Yeah.
I don't know if Naruto is like that, but I know there's like a clone jutsu thing that happens sometimes.
This was literally like when Naruto first uses the clone jutsu.
I kind of remember that scene.
Yeah, and there were just a shit ton. It was a fight in a forest. They were coming out of the trees. It was pretty intense.
It kind of makes me want to watch Naruto. Just like,
honestly,
if it's like this,
just watch it up until like the end of the Chunin exams, and you're good.
And find a website that gives you a list of the filler episodes.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we have to
sure,
do that
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Just skip those. Honestly, pretty fucking good. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and front. Naruto kicks ass.
I mean,
So,
God, John, you're so brave.
thank you. Not a lot of people would say that, but like I'm gonna step out on a limb here. Now you mentioned that there was a bit about like the nature of humans in here. I wrote down the whole quote because it was weirdly philosophical in the middle of this fucking Wukong judgment. It seemed the nature of people was to seek out and foster complications in their lives until even the most fundamental behaviors came with guidelines and instructions, table manners, bathroom etiquette, courting rituals, rules of engagement. To breach any rule was to invite further complications. It was exhausting and often pointless. Like, damn, Wukong, go off.
Yeah, he's got a little more of a philosophical bent in the old lore.
Now, my one complaint, when he did kind of find the monkey that was better than him, it said, had the jungle produced another, possibly better Monkey King? He was horrified by the thought, which, like, I feel like he was literally just talking about how sad he was that no one could challenge him and he couldn't ever find, like, a decent fight. It seems like he would be fucking thrilled to find a stronger Monkey King to fight against.
It is true. You're not wrong. Yeah, it doesn't really vibe with this whole like, well, you learn, you live and learn. It's like, you get slapped by some diamond player, and it's like, oh, great, awesome. I know what the way that matchup kind of plays. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I definitely learn a lot when I get destroyed by a diamond.
Okay, maybe
player.
like a plat play. Obviously there's
I distinctly remember, this is kind of a tangent, but when we were training for Riot Rumble, when we were on the team, and I think we were just in a normal, and you got mirror matched against another like Anivia or something like that.
It wasn't mirror match. I was playing Rise. I distinctly remember this.
I remember this too, actually. I think I was also there.
It was like it was a name that I remembered too. It was like Propaganda Panda or something.
Yes,
like
Propaganda
that.
Panda. You're exactly right.
And I remember after the game, you're like, Jesus Christ. I didn't know you could auto so often.
Do you remember that? You're like, oh, I didn't auto attacking between abilities. I didn't think of that.
I mean, at the time, I think that was I don't know. That is something that has been burned into my brain. Funny enough, now I do the Anivia main thing.
Yeah.
So it really had he like fucking broke my brain. He forever shifted my course of my League of Legends journey. But you know what?
It's funny how we all have such a vivid memory
really
of this
funny
from
that
like 15
I also remember
years
it.
ago.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's one match.
Right?
Because I think that was also the first time I'd heard about auto attacking between. I was like, oh, damn, yeah, I guess you should auto attack the champions when you can.
Yeah, I think it was like not just that, but like auto attacking when someone was going for a last hit. Stuff that's like probably
yeah.
But at the time, I was like, oh shit, you're right. Like,
this was like only
so
the best
was early days. Yeah, this was like
that.
year 3 of League or some shit like that.
Yeah, for sure.
What a time.
Damn.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's
Judgment's pretty fun.
I was gonna say that's canon Wukong. That's not really canon, but it's good, so it might as well be.
Oh
yeah.
Shit! I don't know why I said it so loud. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
I didn't think I did until I saw Mark's reaction, and then I was like, "Oh, you were a loud person again. You're being annoying. Shut up."
I know that eye movement.
I know that eye movement. That was who the fuck
it's subtle, but it's
this. Anyway, I should look up some AUs.
Yeah, you want to hear about some AUs?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Let me look at his skins.
Yeah. Peep that skin, baby. All right, first we got Infernal. Scorching an entire world takes unimaginable strength, which is why the Ashen Lord called upon his legions of Infernals to lend their flames. From the darkest depths, they each bring their own terrible powers to bear, though not all answer their call with the same burning enthusiasm. This is Volcanic Wukong, a greater infernal whose power is drawn from the molten rock bubbling beneath the earth. Wukong's rage causes mountains to split, lava to rain from the sky, and rivers to become blackened glass. Still, he will never back down from any challenge, and this, perhaps, will be the key to his defeat.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Oh.
Then we got Legacy, treasures from days long past, glimmering just within reach.
I like how they Treasures from days long past. These are our old-ass skins that don't fit anywhere, and they usually look terrible, but we try to make them look a little better.
Crap from days long past. Junk in the shed. Right?
Kenan, but he's wearing a red outfit. A treasure from days long past.
Background? We don't need those.
Background.
Enter the void, yeah.
Well, this one is General Wukong. General Wukong. Once a mischievous scout, Wukong led his sworn brethren on a treacherous journey to the western hinterlands, where he attained martial enlightenment. Now promoted to the rank of general, he commands a host of fearsome warriors, destined to cleanse the realm of monsters and demons alike.
So, this isn't its own AU, this is just supposed to be like some alternate Runeterra situation? Where he's just a general of some kind? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of
it
like...
It don't matter, this is some old-ass shit.
Yeah, this is like some
still using
more like
10
Journey to the West style, like, story.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that.
And then he's in Legacy Lancer. With times growing dire, the great mechanized lancers of old rouse from their slumber. Taller than any building and more powerful than any army, they rise to protect their subjects before returning to the earth once more. And this is Lancer Stratus Wukong.
Never seen this. Sorry.
Yeah. I pretty much only know it from TFT, basically.
I see it. I see it in game.
Another one of the ancient mechanized Lancer units, Wukong arises from his dusty slumber in times of extreme danger, protecting the outland city-states from the most dire threats. Once these foes are eliminated, he returns to the Earth, an enigma older than recorded history. When I sleep in late, I like to think of it as a dusty slumber.
That's a great name for something. I don't know what.
Right?
A porn star name, maybe? Dusty Slumber?
What?
Or not.
Or not. That's not it. I don't know. That's where my mind goes.
Excuse me? How is that sexy?
You know, there's nothing about Dusty that doesn't scream sex.
Earthy.
That's the best compliment a guy could give me. He goes on down there and he's like, it's earthy.
Earthy down here.
It's like when you go outside after a rainy day, you smell that earth. Full of worms.
Oh, I hate it. So there's some short story
Y'all started
here.
this shit.
Lancer Stratus Wukong. The figures loomed on the horizon, growing larger as night fell. Many abandoned the town, fleeing in the darkness. Others stayed, clinging to hope. Hope that someone, or something, would rise and fight for them. They lifted their eyes as dawn arrived. The mist parted over the sea. Then their ancient protector rose, glowing with forgotten energy, lance at the ready. Their call had been answered. Now, fun fact about this AU, all these mecha skins are inspired by Code Geass series. And I don't watch it. If you do, then specifically Lancer Paragon Blitzcrank is Lancelot. Lancer Rogue Blitzcrank is Zangetsu. Lancer Zero Hecarim is Equus. And Lancer Stratus Wukong is Lancelot Conquista. So there you go.
None of that.
Yeah.
Never watched it, unfortunately.
Me neither. But it's about big old robots.
Big old robots.
Big old robots hitting things.
I have to check it out, maybe.
Mark's like, oh, fuck, I love big old robots.
Yeah.
I do like big robots. I mean,
Let's see. We got Lunar New Year, Lunar Revel. It's time to look back, to celebrate with family and friends, to join together and remember all that has happened, the good and the bad. And as the fireworks light up the night sky, we look forward to a new year filled with wonderful memories with the ones we hold dear. And this is Radiant Wukong. An ascendant being of nearly limitless power, Radiant Wukong has undertaken a great journey, I wonder in which direction, to test his skills against history's greatest warriors. However, overcoming his quick temper and impulsive nature might be his greatest challenge yet. And as a surprise entry, there's a second Wukong skin in this exact AU.
Oh.
Jade Dragon Wukong. Imbued with the power of the legendary Jade Dragon, Wukong has honed his abilities to a razor-sharp point. Though still headstrong and brash, his newfound power is undeniable, a worrying sign to his master as the Jade Dragon carries a powerful curse. Whoa. Want more information about that? Well, fuck off. We're not going to get it.
Go read Journey to the West.
Fun fact, Wukong is the only champion with 2 Lunar Rebel skins in the same, Lunar Rebel specifically as opposed to Lunar New Year. And there's a short story here, Lunar Guardian. I say short story. This is kind of like his promotional page, I guess, where they had a bit of a lore blurb. There was an age when darkness smothered all hope. A traveler arrived late into that twilight hour, bearing with him the first light of dawn. Legend tells of a land choked to darkness under the grip of 2 fell queens, their sigils, wolf and serpent. A traveler arrived on one gray morning and beheld an ancient evil buried beneath the pale queen's mortal disguises. Revealing his own true form, the traveler shattered their porcelain shells, exposing the blackened spirits within. The 3 fought a brutal battle, clashing into the violent sea and out of sight, save for the echoing flashes of the Wanderer's light. As the new day broke, the forgotten glow of dawn speared the fading clouds, and the last year became the next. Though the dark still lurked beyond every doused flame, the people no longer fear the night. The traveler had brought radiant hope with the rising dawn.
Good job, Wukong.
Yeah, you did it. And this is not to be confused with God Weapon. I know it sounds a lot like that.
His skins are not very unique, huh?
They are visually.
What about that?
Yeah.
That
This one
where he was on
definitely
fire,
doesn't
yeah.
look anything like...
That's true. There was that one. He was on fire.
Yeah. Wukong but hot. Ow.
He's already hot. Am I right, lady?
Ayo.
Things he can do with that tail, it's prehensile.
Right? And that staff? Don't even get me started. At these institutions, only the strong survive. Though they were founded to honor their god weapon, the students at each academy strive to make its strength their own on their path to glory. Whether it's the classroom or the battlefield, dominate the competition. This is Battle Academia Wukong. A consummate troublemaker and prankster, Wukong has failed out of every high school in the region, eventually washing out into Labris as an enrollment of last resort. A naturally gifted fighter in the battle club, he still hasn't learned discipline and only listens to Caitlyn because she can beat him up. And there's technically a cinematic for this called Dawn by Raid, which is just straight up a fucking anime opening for the skin line, and it slaps so hard. It never got released here. I think it's like Russian or German or something, but so fucking cool.
It's like Russian or German or Spanish or some shit. I don't know.
Who knows?
Wukong's a student here,
Yes.
so he's not part of the staff.
I knew it was coming.
I didn't see it coming. That was good.
Thank God.
I didn't know what was coming, but the second you asked the question, I knew that there was some sort of
Amazing
joke that you would have judged
show.
me for coming up.
Joke of some
There's some
kind.
shenanigans incoming.
Listen, John, we've been sharing a house or a space, a living space, for like 12 years. We haven't always been in a house.
I was gonna say we do share a house. This is Eclipse.
I really threw
Elderwood.
him off. Elderwood, okay.
In the
I haven't
beginning,
seen this one either.
I know. I think it's fairly new. I don't know.
June
think it's pretty new.
2023.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's kind of new.
In the beginning, the old gods reigned. So great was humankind's love for them that one dared to make them a part of her flesh forever. She devoured the sun itself, and descending from that empty heaven, inspired her knights to decimate all those that remained. Centuries later, they stand, the only hope against the rising coven's darkness. This is Elderwood Wukong. A protector with no one left to protect, Wukong torments any creatures who dare traverse within the Elderwood's depths. After the coven destroyed his village in search of his enchanted staff's limitless power, he learned that trust is a fool's luxury.
Oh.
The gleam from his weapon's crystals serve as a constant reminder of the ancient trickster's failure.
Good burp.
Thanks.
Discord cut it off for me, so I don't know what happened. I just knew something some event had occurred.
And finally, we have Deathsworn. Eager to claim more souls for the underworld, Death sends the souls of fallen warriors as Deathsworn back to the mortal plane, where they serve their master's terrible bidding with relish. This is Underworld Wukong. Once a pupil of the martial arts, Wukong trained under his master's strict traditions and doctrines. In him, Death saw limitless potential and chose to claim the disregarded student for the underworld instead. Now, Wukong fights alongside the undying hordes, no longer bound by the rules of the living.
It's wild that it looks so much like ruined Wukong, but like it was before all that.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of those like Deathsworn skins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a handful of fun facts.
Hell yeah.
Y'all want to hear about some fun facts?
I don't want to know about fun facts.
Wukong is voiced by Spike Spencer, who is also the voice of Kled.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Wukong's Japanese voice actor is Masako Nozawa, who also voiced Sun Wukong and Son Goku in the Dragon Ball franchise.
Oh, shit.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's a good get.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, the English voice actor for that role, like the English version of Naruto, is the voice of the Smite version
of
Sun
Naruto?
Wukong, or Dragon Ball Z, rather.
Weird. Okay, I see. I see what you're saying.
Connecting the dots.
Yeah. You threw a Naruto in there. And it really
Yeah, that's my bad.
We've been talking about a lot of Naruto.
I know,
It's
a
been
lot of
that kind
Naruto
night.
here.
He's wearing Naruto orange, you know. It's...
That's, you know, I am. Gotta rep my boy. The buff that allows Wukong to recast Cyclone is named Spinning is Winning.
Nice.
As an adult Vastaya, he's over a few hundred years old.
Remember when Master Yi was the oldest man alive back in the old lore?
Little did they know.
How far we've come. Wukong is also one of the few champions to be based on a public domain character from a real-world mythology and literature in general. There was not a list of other ones.
I mean, wasn't his release around the opening of like the Chinese like servers or the region? Is that right? I thought that was like it was one of the regional. Am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think so, because I think at that point we still, I mean, maybe they were opening. They definitely weren't under Riot if it was, because I know at that point we didn't even own. Well, I'm trying to think now. I think we had just taken back EU at that point.
Yeah.
Away from we had like originally hired a company to run EU for us, and they were doing such a bad job with it. It's kind of what started a lot of like the whole like EU second class citizen stuff, which to be fair,
I remember that.
didn't improve for a while, even after Riot proper took it over. But like they were doing an exceptionally bad job, so we had just taken it over around the time Wukong came out. I wouldn't be surprised if they released a very specific skin for the Chinese.
It's probably skin.
probably,
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Yeah.
Alrighty. What else you got?
Let's see. Wukong's abilities, Nimbus Strike and Warrior Trickster, are references to Sun Wukong's ability to ride on clouds via his somersault cloud technique, and to create clones of himself using strands of his hair, respectively. Wukong likes peaches. Likewise, the original Sun Wukong ate all the ripe peaches in the Heavenly Peach Garden at one point in the original novel, greatly increasing his longevity.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a nice little touch from the source material. The name of Cyclone on the Chinese servers translates to greatly wrecking the Heavenly Palace, which references the Monkey King's rebellion against the Jade Emperor and other heavenly government officials until Buddha sealed him in the Five-Finger Mountain.
That's a dope name for an ability.
Right?
That's some
Way
Finale's
cooler than
Funkling
Cyclone.
shit.
Right.
I like it.
Wukong is one of the few champions to have multiple textures in one skin. So when he uses Warrior Trickster, his clone will be a different color palette, which can only be seen by Wukong and his allies.
And I never fucking notice. I still give him the shield and shit.
Better safe than sorry, right? Mm-hmm. When a Wukong bot uses Warrior Trickster, the decoy is named Wukong King Bot. So if you've got a close eye... and lots of Wukong skins make specific references to A Journey to the West. Volcanic Wukong references a story where Sun Wukong was locked in a cauldron by the Taoist Lao Tzu on behalf of the Jade Emperor to be distilled by severe sacred fires for 40 to 50 days straight to be turned into an elixir. But when Lao Tzu opened the lid, Wukong was alive and stronger than ever, with a newfound ability, gold pupil fire eyes, which enabled him to see evil, but gave him a weakness to smoke.
Mm-mm. He's got to put those cigars away.
I know. Then we've got General Wukong and Radiant Wukong, who both wear the same armor as Sun Wukong wore in the aforementioned story. And the comets falling in the background of General Wukong's splash could be a reference to his birthplace, Flower Fruit Mountain, which was under attack during that story. And finally, Underworld Wukong could reference when Wukong was sentenced to natural death via his name being written in the Book of Death during his prequel chapter. Luckily, Wukong erased his own name, granting him immortality from natural death, which I'd be willing to bet a lot of people didn't know was an option.
Right?
So, yeah, and you can erase it too if you want to. It's like, what?
We can what?
Well, that was Wukong. Any final thoughts?
I don't know. I don't know if I want I don't know what I want from Wukong, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
It's true. Yeah.
I'd like something more similar to his Judgment made canon.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And more with him and Yi, because they are a fun pair.
Yeah, I agree with that. Maybe a little bit more of a quiet time with them alongside a nice, fun, creative action piece.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, that was Wukong.
That's Wukong.
That was Wukong. We did it. Thank you so much for listening. We have a Twitch. We're on it right now. Twitch.tv/Loreheads. We decided to live stream an episode, and it was this one.
Hello.
Maybe we'll do it again in the future. I don't know. We'll see. I feel like we definitely got to do it for the last alphabetical episode.
Yeah,
Zyra,
for sure.
like that. But yeah, we'll see. From there, we'll probably also have some champagne and stuff because I don't think Zyra has any lore, but we're still a little while away from there.
Maybe there'll be a champion after Zyra before that happens. ZZ Rot will become a champion.
Oh shit, that'd be exciting. Yeah, but anyway, John normally streams Saturday nights EST. He does TFT and ARAMs with viewers, and I'll stream on Tuesdays now. I used to do Mondays, but I have to do Tuesdays now. Yeah, what do I do? Oh, I just play League. Yeah, so if you want to watch me do that, I'm a support main. I'm not very good.
She's great.
No, not really.
Great.
I'm doing my best.
She's great.
Those were not alts.
Oh, thanks. Only in ARAMs. Otherwise, I miss them. We also have YouTube. You can watch clips and videos, see our lovely faces, and John has wonderful parody songs, so you can head on over to that place. And there's a Discord. It's another good place to go. It's like I hadn't talked in a while, and I forgot how. I feel like this happens every time after you've done
you nail it.
Wow, thanks, hon.
You're welcome.
You already got me. You don't have to lie. Anyway. Oh, yeah, the Discord. Find some people to play League with, chat with things, make fun of us. It's fine.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah,
go for it.
We're old, and it's fun. But yeah, that's linked somewhere. The description of this episode. We have a Patreon. We just posted our mass impressions episode. It was way funnier than I remembered it being when I recorded.
We'll have some highlight clips on YouTube.
Yeah.
Just some audio clips.
Yeah. But League of Loreheads on Patreon. It's $5 a month. Thank you so much to all of our patrons.
But a very special thank you to our Medarda tier patrons, King of Hearts and Mr. Dead. If if you guys were part of Wukong's village, I would beat Wukong in a fight just to convince him to go back to the village to protect you all instead of gallivanting with Master Yi.
Okay, I see yes, okay. I think
really
that's a positive thing you're promising to do.
Anyway, I don't have to do it. John does, so I don't have to know what he said. I'll hear when I edit the episode.
Yeah.
Anyway, please join us next week. We're going to talk about, I believe, the Skarner rework?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to do rework Skarner next week.
Yeah, he's like totally different now, I think. And I didn't read his abilities or his new lore.
Nope, me either.
So I guess
we played against at least one game with him.
Yeah.
I've played against several since then.
Yeah, several, and I'm so confused.
I still don't know. It's just sometimes he's ulting me and like 5 of my friends, and I'm like, oh, jeez.
Shit.
Oh, geez.
I didn't realize this was a multi-invite party.
Yeah. How did you get someone on my friends list who isn't even in the game? That's fucking wild, Skarner. This champ's busted.